Hi everyone, welcome to the Friday edition of Source 16 News. We're heading to the weekend. Glad you are with us. I'm Eddie Owen. Topping our news, Kentucky's Attorney General is going to run for re-election, while a local politician has decided not to run for the seat. Democrat Jack Conway, who was defeated by Republican Rand Paul during the general election for the U.S. Senate seat, formally filed his papers with the Secretary of State today to run for re-election. Meanwhile, 8th District State Representative John Tilley of Hopkinsville has reportedly decided not to run in the Attorney General's race. Republican Hopkins County Attorney Todd Pipool of Madisonville is the only other individual who has officially filed with the Secretary of State to run in the Attorney General's race. Western Kentuckians awoke to a beautiful winter wonderland this morning with trees and other surfaces glazed over with a layer of ice from freezing fog that fell overnight. About 2 inches of snow fell across the Source 16 viewing area in just a few hours, with most of the snow tapering off across western Kentucky by 6 o'clock last night, which is when the weather advisory was canceled. While the snow is beautiful to look at, road conditions quickly deteriorated and made driving conditions hazardous across the viewing area, causing numerous accidents where vehicles slid off roads from mid-morning yesterday afternoon through this morning. The Caldwell County Sheriff's Department reportedly worked about 10 accidents, while the Princeton Police Department reports there were no weather-related wrecks within the city limits. Callaway County's Sheriff's Department responded to 10 accidents. Murray Police reported 7 wrecks. Hopkinsville Police responded to 14 wrecks. Graves County Sheriff's Department reports 11 accidents. There were about 10 to 12 weather-related accidents worked by the Hopkins County Sheriff's Department, and the Marshall County Sheriff's Department responded to 11 accidents, one of which was an injury wreck. The Ohio County Sheriff's Department reported there were 32 accidents, with 16 of those injury wrecks. And according to Todd County Sheriff, deputies responded to about 14 accidents. The Trigg County Sheriff's Department and Cadiz Police Department told Source 16 they did not have any weather-related wrecks. Meanwhile, freezing fog along the Kentucky-Tennessee state line in Fulton County forced the closure of the Julian Carroll Purchase Parkway for about 3 hours this morning. Sometime around 6:30, Kentucky Transportation Cabinet spokesman Keith Todd says state police reported 3 injury crashes near the state line. He says that a semi jackknifed and several other vehicles ran off the road when the parkway driving surface iced over. According to Todd, police closed the northbound lanes for a time near the state line and slowed southbound traffic through the area. 2 snowplows were dispatched to the area, and with some help from the sun, the parkway was reopened around 9:30 this morning. Todd says that Tennessee reported a similar traffic snarl on US 51 between Fulton and Union County. Meanwhile, in Hopkins County, 3 people were injured in a 2-vehicle wreck near Manitou yesterday. Around 1:40, a 47-year-old Washington State woman was driving on Kentucky 630 Manitou Road. When about 4 miles north of Manitou, state police say she lost control of her vehicle and hit a vehicle driven by 30-year-old Jerry Bishop. Bishop of Manitou and the Washington woman and her 17-year-old passenger were all transported by ambulance to Regional Medical Center in Madisonville for treatment. Well, Fort Campbell Boulevard at Clinic Drive in Hopkinsville was closed for a short time last night, while crews cleared an accident scene that injured a Hopkinsville man. According to Hopkinsville police, 29-year-old Mark Schlebach of Crofton was driving south on the boulevard around 6:30. As he went to turn onto Clinic Drive, he hit a Blazer driven by 24-year-old Joshua McClellan of Hopkinsville. McClellan was taken by ambulance to Jenny Stewart Medical Center for treatment. Source 16 now is an update about a weather-related injury wreck we told you about last night. According to the Christian County Sheriff's Department, 53-year-old Vicki Boren of Greenville was injured in a single-vehicle wreck on Greenville Road yesterday afternoon. Boren was reportedly driving up a snow-covered hill when she lost control of her SUV and ran off the road, hitting a tree. She was transported by ambulance to Jenny Stewart Medical Center for treatment. Another Fort Campbell soldier has been killed in Afghanistan. The Department of Defense announced that 22-year-old specialist Joshua Lancaster of Millbrook, Alabama, died Wednesday in Kandahar, Afghanistan, from wounds he sustained when insurgents attacked the Kandahar airfield with indirect fire. He was assigned to the 184th Ordnance Battalion, 52nd Ordnance Group. Well, as many troops prepare to deploy back to Fort Campbell from Afghanistan, Army officials announced late Thursday one brigade is preparing for its second deployment. According to Fort Campbell officials, the 159th Combat Aviation Brigade at the local Army post is scheduled to case its colors during a ceremony at the Passenger Processing Center Tuesday morning at 10:30. Army officials say the colors casing ceremony marks the final step in deployment preparation for the brigade as it heads to southern Afghanistan to assume control of the aviation mission in Regional Command South from its sister brigade, the 101st Combat Aviation Brigade. This marks the second deployment for the 159th Combat Aviation Brigade in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. And with thousands of Fort Campbell troops still deployed in combat zones, a military child is using her creative writing skills to comfort her loved ones and soldiers back home. Here's Source 16's Marie Fainter with more on this story.
A local 10-year-old is making it her personal mission to show her support to Fort Campbell troops and especially their children.
You get hurt, make sure you get to a doctor quick. I hope you will be safe.
K.A. Jontu B.G. Davis, whose parents are both Fort Campbell soldiers, wrote a book to comfort her friends while their parents are deployed in combat zones.
Well, it's about me and teaching different ways to not get mad or bad or sad. And also it teaches you about the body parts and the multiplication.
The 10-year-old says it took her about a year to write the book and that she used a phrase her mother likes to say to come up with the book's title. Davis also volunteers to boost the morale of soldiers.
Well, I have birthday parties for the soldiers every year. I give them cake, ice cream, water, and gifts. And I like donating stuff to the Wounded Warriors, donating money to the Wounded Warriors.
Remember, being bad is non-negotiable. Marie Fainter, Source 16 News.
Police report that a Hopkinsville woman hiding a fugitive from justice and the fugitive wanted by police were both arrested yesterday morning on drug trafficking and other offenses. Hopkinsville police report 35-year-old Tasha Haskins and the fugitive Donald Harris were taken into custody around 11:50 at Haskins' home at 531 Foxfield Road. Haskins is charged with her second offense, trafficking in a controlled substance, cocaine, and complicity, and second-degree hindering apprehension prosecution. Harris is charged with possession of marijuana and drug paraphernalia, and his second offense of trafficking cocaine. According to police, Haskins had ignored numerous warnings by officers over the past 6 months about harboring a fugitive from justice who was wanted for first-degree assault, first-degree robbery, and being a persistent felony offender. Police reportedly found a large quantity of crack cocaine along with baggies and scales inside the home after text messages between Harris and Haskins told where the crack was hidden. In addition, officers found Harris lying in bed in the master bedroom along with a bag of crack cocaine and a pair of his pants beside the bed containing a bag of marijuana and $516 in cash. Haskins and Harris were taken into custody and booked into the Christian County Jail. 3 Oak Grove police officers were among 22 graduates to successfully complete basic training at the Kentucky Department of Criminal Justice Training Center. Jeffrey Locklear, Clevin Robinson, and Samuel Suter completed 18 weeks of training, which included more than 750 hours of academy instruction. The Kentucky Department of Criminal Justice Training is a state agency located on Eastern Kentucky's university's campus. Well, for those of you who are looking for ways to live healthier this year, there is a program just for you. Source 16's Michelle Herron has more.
The Christian County Health Department, Jenny Stewart Medical Center, YMCA, Chamber of Commerce, and the Extension Agency have all teamed up and created the first Hop Down the Pounds event in Hopkinsville.
But it goes on January 22nd, it's the kickoff from 9 to 1. People can come anytime throughout the day through those hours and register. There's a $10 fee associated with it. They'll register and weigh in, and they'll also receive a calendar of events for that day, or on that day, that will cover the 8-week challenge. Every day there's something for them to do, whether it's through the coalition or a community event that's going on. We've tried to load up the calendar with lots of things for them to do. Then they'll come back on March the 19th and weigh out.
$1,000 will go to the overall male and female winners, and $250 will go to the winners of each age category.
8 weeks of fitness, so they're getting physical activity and education about how to be physically active without doing exercise. We're going to do nutrition classes and cooking classes, which will help them to incorporate healthier food options, but also change some of maybe their favorite recipes at home to make a few little changes to make them healthier.
So take the community-wide challenge to a healthier lifestyle. It could win you $1,000. Michelle Herron, Source 16 News.
And again, the event kicks off tomorrow at Bradford Square Mall between 9 and 1. It's only $10 to participate. It's for ages 18 and up. Get ready. Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is $51 million. If you don't win that, tomorrow's Powerball jackpot, $118 million.